What's the best decision you can make in watercolor? It's deciding what triads to use. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's get started. All right, I always like to start from failure, because if you start from failure and move towards success, you end up feeling like you had a better day. So let's start with failure. So the first thing I did was I picked a red, a yellow, and a blue. Now remember, a triad is always a red, a yellow, and a blue. And then you're going to mix all your secondary colors from whatever red, yellow, and blue you initially choose. So in this case, I picked Hansa yellow medium for my yellow. I picked a burnt sienna for my red, and I picked a Prussian blue for my blue. Now I'm going to mix all the secondaries from this, and let's see what happens. Here is the result. Now remember, I said this was going to be a failure. All right, why is it a failure? It's a failure because now we're going to check. Let's look at the yellow and the red, which remember was burnt sienna. Did it make an orange? Yes, it did. Success. All right. Now let's look at the yellow and the Prussian blue. Did it make a green? Yes, it did. Success. Here's where everything goes downhill. Prussian blue, burnt sienna. Is that violet? I'll hold it up really, really close. Oh no, it's not violet at all. If anything, it's a gray. So they neutralized each other. So that's a triad I'm probably not going to want to use because it takes violet out of my tool box. So that one's no good. All right, so we'll get rid of that one. Now let's look at number 2. All right, number 2, remember, I'm picking a different red, yellow, and blue. This one is Hansa yellow medium, cadmium red, and ultramarine blue. All right, now I'll show you what came from that. And this feels better to me. That is this one right here. All right, let's check. The red and the yellow make a nice orange. The yellow and the blue make a nice green. And the red and the blue make a violet. It's not a very bright violet, but at least it's a violet. So there's some success there, but I think I can do better. All right, so let's do number 3. All right, number 3, Hansa yellow medium. I seem to like that color. Permanent rose and a cerulean blue. I know this is going to work well because I use these as a triad, and you will find favorites. So let's look and see what happened with this one. This one's so pretty. How can you not fall in love with this one? Okay, so let's look at our yellow and our red. Look at that orange, nice and bright. There's a yellow and a blue, beautiful green. And finally, the red and the blue make a violet. So this is definitely a triad I'm going to want to use. Now I'll pull back a little bit so you can see the different triads I've made so far. This was the one that failed. This was one that felt somewhat more successful, but this one I like a whole lot better. Let's try another one. Here's the last one. Got rid of the Hansa yellow this time. Now we have Naples yellow, permanent rose, and cerulean blue. And I wasn't sure what was going to happen with this one. I was pretty sure this was going to come out muddy. And it has some problems, but I'll let you decide. Here's the result of that one. There we go. So there's our yellow, there's our blue, and there's our red. So now let's check and see. Between yellow and red, do we have an orange? Kind of a terracotta, I guess you would call that, or something. Kind of a pale pink. Between the yellow and the blue, there's a green. Yep. And between the red and the blue, there's a violet. So that one actually works, but I'm not sure when I would use it. I think I would use it if I was painting, let's say I was painting a white dog. So I wanted to keep everything really, really light. I might use this for a white dog. And if I'm careful enough, I'll be able to use all those colors to be able to make it appear as if that white dog is actually white, even though it's made up of all these lighter colors. But anyway, the point is, go ahead, look at the palette that you have, pick out a red, a yellow, and a blue, and go ahead and see if you can make the secondaries. If you can make them successfully, that's probably a triad you'll want to use. If you can't, or it neutralizes, then you know it's not going to work for you. So that's what I figured out today. So remember to keep the whites of your paper white, your paints wet, mask for value, mix for color, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.